DIY, DIY, DIY. Bam! Imaginary mic drop. That just happened. Good morning, y'all. I'd like to welcome y'all back to another episode of DIY Gardens. Cheap, free, and easy. The best way to be. And today, I'm going to show you how I'm going to put this here zipper door on my hothouse. You're like, you got a hothouse? That's right, I got a hothouse. And the best part about my hothouse is I did it on a budget. I decided, you know what, I don't want to spend any more than $100. Why? Because, well, one, cheap is good. Two, free is better. And, well, I wanted to see if I could do it. Get a little bit further into just how I pulled that off later in another episode. But right now, quick, simple, easy zipper door. Bam! Zipper right here. I paid a whopping $2 for it. Yeah. You're like, really? $2? I'm like, can't go wrong with $2, can you? I've used them in the past. This exact same zipper for $2. But there is a key. You're gonna want to add some tape, just like anything. They don't make stuff like they used to, but for $2, you really can't complain. And the other thing I'm gonna use with this is my go-to tuck tape. Stuff's amazing, really can't go wrong. Got pretty white stuff that I love so much because it blends. Really don't like that. This hideous looking red color on everything. So let's see what we see. Oh, please excuse the traffic going past. It's first thing in the morning, best time to start. But you know, people are heading off to work. So I've decided that right here is where I'm gonna want my door to be. So it's really simple. I look there. I hang this here. I'm like, you know what? That works. So that's what we're gonna go with. So on the back of it, you got yourself a couple little plastic tabs. Well, not plastic tabs, but paper tabs covering the. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna sit here, trip over my tongue for the next 15, 20 seconds, trying to figure out what I'm trying to say, know what I'm trying to say, knowing full well you know what I'm trying to say. So, there you go. You have those. Peel them back. And you have to excuse me, it's a little chilly out this morning. I like to get an early start, so we're a little bundled up. I think I hear a vehicle coming, so yeah, there you go. Damn it, Steve. Always while I'm filming. I don't know if his name is Steve, but today it is Steve. So, just because I've used these in the past, it's always good to make sure you really like what you got going on. Just step back, take a boo at it. Myself, just because I'm gonna grab my level. And seeing how not really a superstar yet, still learning. Otherwise, I would have had level here ready to go. You see that, man? First try, it is like 100% on that one. Well, golly jeepers. It's like I've been doing this DIY stuff once or twice before. So we'll just lay that down there safely out of the way, because I don't want to end up pulling it off on myself. I'm just gonna grab myself a little bit of tape, stick it on the top. There. I don't know if y'all could see that, but the top piece of the tape, I just folded it over on itself, so when I want to go to remove that, I can just grab it, plunk it right off. Bob's your uncle, problem solved, ready to roll. So we have that there. We got the other little tabbies. We're gonna want to work our way down. The other reason why I waited till just a little bit later in the morning, because I've been up for a bit. I've been out here tinkering, doing my thing. Is any of the moisture on the outside, you're gonna want to make sure that's had a chance to wick off, right? If you're trying to put tape on water, what's gonna happen? Nothing good, right? So go over, make sure you're good to go. I know that the sunshine hits this at this part of the day, about an hour ago. It's had a chance to dry off. It's obviously moisture on the inside. than it is on the outside because, well, it's a hot house. Anyways, and we're building it ourselves. And like most things here at DIY Gardens, cheap, free, and easy, things are a work in progress because we're just out here having fun, right? Like that's part of it. You're just having fun, doing what people have been doing since the beginning. Getting together, eating good food, and doing weird shit. Cheap, free, and easy like. Some more of these back. And I got so many cool things that I want to share with you guys that I got going on right now. I wish I had time to pack it all into one episode, but we're gonna do so many cool things right here in front of you. We have tire gardens because I love tire gardens. People are like, "What, tire gardens?" And I'm like, "Yeah, my squirrel is strong." Tire gardens. Like right here, we got a bunch of beans. We got roses here because in the tires, I made like little teepee style things so they grow over. So you just pluck beans off here, you pluck tomatoes off there. It's lovely. Neighbors thought I was crazy when they seen me stacking up tires. They're like, "Jeepers, what is this guy doing now?" Lo and behold, I'm not completely nuts. Just mostly. Alright. Keep in mind, sometimes you're gonna have these little hanging hind pieces. Get them out of there. Because they will be there forever once you remove this and you stick it on, because you're not pulling it back off. At least I know I wouldn't be pulling it back off. You'd be like, "Well, it looks like it's there now." You know for next time, son. You know what I mean, Vern? That's right. The completion of Vern. We completed Vern. Vern, hats off to you. Doing a great job. Thank you. Just like I said, you were there right when I needed you. I'm out here, you're out here. Love the hairdo, by the way. Vern, it's got an orange mohawk. I'll show you that eventually. But yeah, you know, if you're gonna have a cameraman, make sure the guy's got some flair, right? Vern's got himself a orange mohawk. I really like it when a plan comes together. This is working like I planned it. And I gotta tell you, even if you talk with my wife, that doesn't often happen. I have these great ideas, it's brilliant. Oh man, it's gonna work, it's gonna be awesome. She's like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna have to clean up another mess." And she's usually right, because that's basically what goes down. And I'm left standing there going, "Oh, well, I kind of look like an idiot again." But hey, at least I can laugh at me. All right. What you didn't see before is I had these already in the ground pegged, which will keep in the bottom from moving, just because I was already back and forth through here. So we'll pop that one out. Tear the rest of our little pieces of paper off here. Bam! So, don't jump at the conclusions just yet and being like, "Okay, we're done, instant zipper door." You'd almost be right, but this is where you're gonna want to come back through and you're gonna want to put on a bit of extra tape on either side of this because, like I said, they don't make things like they used to, and we pay $2 for the zipper. Zipper's amazing, but anything that's $2 that you stick outside in the sunshine, rain, and elements, it's not gonna last that long. So you're gonna want to come back through with BAM! Old Faithful here. So just give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna toss this over in the bin, get this straightened back out because I'm sure I can still use this. Got our box. Okay. So that top one that I mentioned, we'll just sneaky this on off. Tricky. And this is that little flap that I was telling you about. You know, I just folded the top piece over on itself there so I could just grab it. Instantly comes off. Vern, you gotta like follow me a bit more. I know you can't, but like seriously, I'm going to like poke at you all the time until we figure out how this is gonna work, Vern. Doing a great job though. First day on shift, buddy. You're killing it. All right. So grab ourselves that there. Just because I'm me, I do things with it. I want to do things even when I turn out to be wrong. I still seem to do it at least once or twice before I figure it out for real. It's like I gotta prove it to myself or something. So I'm gonna grab a piece of tape. Right like that. And the important part here is to run your finger all over that, just to make sure that the glue on the tape adheres. Because this here on the side, the blue part that you see, basically it's tarping, right? It's a strip of tarping that's got a zipper going through there that's got adhesive on one side and, you know, instant zipper. They're brilliant, love them, they're amazing. But because of the texture of tarping, when you run tape over it, that's because it's woven. It doesn't always want to stick to all of it, right? So you just run your finger along. There we go. So this one here, I'm gonna leave myself about a ½ inch from the top. Because I'm gonna come back through with another piece of tape, put it over top of there, so that way it's covering that seal, this is covering that. Same thing on the other side, we'll rock this out. It's gonna be brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Keep in mind that while you're putting this piece of tape on, follow the seam all the way along. You don't have to completely scratch that part down yet. You can do that once you got the whole string of tape going down the edge, completely on one side. I guess you could do the other side too, but you don't gotta be all the way along. Get one nice thing of tape going down there. Find yourself a super duper handy tool. If your thumbnail's not working quite right for you, go from there. As seen on TV, live, coming at you from DIY Gardens, Reduce, Reuse, Recycle, Repurpose Garden. Dun dun dun. I know, sitting here looking at my back while I'm playing with the roller chain doesn't seem too terribly exciting, so I'm just trying to keep it entertaining at this point. Because like really, who doesn't like to look at the back of my head? Can't see how bald it is right now, which is brilliant. Loving the toque. It's getting a little warm. Sun's coming up. I'm gonna have to lose it soon. Bam! My squirrel is strong. So we'll just down here. I guess this is why they have the whole editing process. I put something cool in there. Maybe somebody's singing in the background or something, but to be completely honest, I don't know how to do anything like that. There we go. I'm liking how that bit there turned out. It's pretty cool, right? We got a little bit there. So once we go through with a finger here, scratch it all up and on real nice. That would be just brilliantly beautiful. Doesn't take much, like I was saying, right? Doesn't take much at all. I'm sure there's a better way to do this job, but myself, really liking the thumbnail. Worked well in the past. Ain't broke, don't fix it. Just squeezing out all them little air bubbles. So that way, we get a nice, good seal. Then this layer of tape's gonna help protect that blue tarping, aka our zipper, from any of the harmful rays of the sunshine that are gonna want to make it break down faster than we want it to break down. So, it's totally gonna help. Stay. Thanks. Okay, grab another little one here. Same thing. We're gonna start just a little lower because you're gonna end up running a piece of tape over the top, like we were saying. And what's gonna be even super cooler about our hothouse here is I'm devising a way to turn this into my own little ecosystem. So in the wintertime, we're gonna do ourselves a garden in here. It's gonna be snowing outside, it's gonna be below freezing. But one way or another, I'm gonna figure out how to turn this hothouse into my winter garden and then convert it back into my hothouse. But it's gotta be cheap, it's gotta free-ish, and most importantly, easy. Because if it ain't easy, nobody wanna gonna do this. Back to the taping. Focus. Focus. Been trying to come up with a cool name for myself for the show. I think I'm gonna go with Unstoppable. Yeah, the Unstoppable Gardener. Especially if we're gonna try to do this stuff in the wintertime in here. And if I can pull that off, I truly am unstoppable. So, back to the taping, because that squirrel is strong. There we go. There. So, we got that. We're gonna run our finger again quickly over here. Oh, by the way, these $2 zippers, I got them from a place that I go to all the time. Love it. The guys there are great. If you ever need help with your gardening, with anything like that, go down to your local hydroponics store. These guys know everything. I just popped by Better Than Nature and they had exactly what I needed, like every single time I've gone there. They're brilliant. Local store here in Rutland. Always support local. Yeah, I needed a zipper. It was $2. I'm like, I cannot complain at $2. Oh, here we are. We got that. Myself, just because it's the way that I am, I'm going to put another layer on this side. I'm going to put another layer on that side. I'm going to put another layer on the top. I'm going to tinker with it a little bit. I'm going to let it sit in the sunshine before I make that final cut. And there is the installation of the zipper door. Have a great day, y'all.